Hi, my name is Casey. I decided to make some videos about myself and about something I'm going through. Maybe for people who are going through some of the same things, or mostly just for myself. I have some brain surgeries coming up, and it's just made me feel nervous. I have one surgery called the SEEG, where they're going to drill some holes in my head and just measure some things. Once they're done measuring, testing this thing, I'm either going to have a surgery to remove something here or cut something here, or both. Why am I going to have these surgeries? Well, I have epilepsy, and I want this epilepsy to stop. My epilepsy started about 12 years ago, so when I was about 31 or 32 or so. I don't really know. What happened was I just started, when I went to sleep, I would go to bed, and then I would wake up on the floor, and it was weird, and I thought I had a mouth infection because my cheeks and my tongue were really ripped apart, and I didn't really know why. I'm a strange sleeper, but I don't really fall out of bed. I wasn't drunk or anything. I just was waking up on the floor, and I didn't understand. I think a lot of people knew there was something wrong. I just didn't know what was going on. My jiu-jitsu coach said, "Casey, what is wrong with you? You just went crazy." I said, "I don't know what you're talking about." And I remember there was a day when I worked at the university. One of my other professors said, "It's going to be okay." I don't know what you're talking about. He said, "You just collapsed in the middle of class." Luckily, it was a class of nursing students, but I think there's something wrong with you. I don't know what you're talking about. And one day, I was working at my kindergarten, and I went home, and my boss called me and said, "They want to fire you." I said, "What are you talking about?" "Well, you showed up drunk today, and you were acting really weird." So I didn't drink today. I don't know what you're talking about. Finally, I met this girl, and we started dating, and she said, "There's something wrong with you." I said, "Well, I know that. A lot of things." I said, "No, this isn't funny. There's something wrong with you." So she made me go to the neurologist, and I found out I had epilepsy. I kept it secret for a long time because I was really embarrassed about it. And then I had a seizure in front of a lot of my friends, and I just had to admit it. It was really embarrassing. So right now, my entire life, my entire being is just enveloped with epilepsy. My phone, front and back, say I have epilepsy. Blah, blah, blah. My necklace, my keys have stuff about epilepsy. If you look at my phone, look at my notebook, all these things about epilepsy, or photos of my face bashed up, or me writing notes about what happened, why I think it happened, blah, 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 what I did the night before, all this other nonsense. This hasn't been a blessing. This hasn't been a good experience. I just want it to be over. None of the drugs I take are fun, okay? I've been asked over and over if they can get some of my drugs. I take this in the morning, I take this at night. They're not fun. I've had who knows how many side effects. Right now, I have a hard time eating, and for some reason, these two side effects have come back. I'm seeing people in the corner of my vision, and I feel like people are touching my back, which just makes it weird, obviously. The fact that I'm willing to risk getting a potential partial lobotomy by cutting up my brain really tells you, and losing memory really tells you how much much I just want this to be over. It's destroyed my life. I'm forgetting words. I'm slurring. I can't talk as fast as I used to. I can't think as fast as I used to. A lot of times having conversations is difficult. A lot of times having conversations in busy places is difficult. And I'm starting to twitch. My right hand does it, and so my chest will do it. Every time I go on a first date, every time I go on a job interview, every time I'm on the job, every time I meet a friend, I've got to explain these things about epilepsy and what to do if this happens, and blah, 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 blah. I've never had a good memory in the first place, and I'm worried about losing this memory now. I've had concussions in life before, but never like I've had now. I have seizures, and sometimes I fall, and I don't catch myself. So I've had who knows how many concussions, because I will just fall and hit my head. And there's nothing I can do about it. Am I supposed to wear a helmet all 24 hours a day? So for the longest time I've been depressed and worried. And worrying about this surgery has made it even bigger. Sometimes when we feel this way, sometimes we just do the opposite of what is the right thing to do. I haven't really been talking to people, but over the last few days, I've talked to some people. Some of them have been brand new people, and some of them have been some friends. I talked to my parents today. I just kind of got some of this stuff off of my chest. So that's really helped. That's kind of where these videos are coming. I've kept a journal since I was about 13. If you want to read those, I hope you wait until I'm dead, because some of that stuff's really embarrassing. But whatever. I just thought a video or a series of videos would just be easier. So the big thing right now is I'm just not sleeping, and I'm not sleeping well. And the big reason is I'm having nightmares. And what's happening is I'm having a nightmare where I'm looking in the mirror. I don't recognize my face, so I just cut my own face off. I don't really need a psychologist to tell me what's going on. I just am nervous that if I have this surgery and lose my memories, I'm going to lose my identity. So that's where a lot of these things are going to come from. So I just wanted to talk about me, talk about some of my life and all this stuff. My favorite color is blue. I don't really know why. Maybe just because of I don't know. I like to eat beef jerky. That's probably my favorite food. My favorite vacation was probably Thailand. It was just an amazing thing. And I thought the people were incredibly nice, and I thought the food was amazing. My favorite movie has always been Star Wars. My favorite character is probably Han Solo and Yoda. Favorite TV show is Venture Brothers. Favorite superheroes are probably Deadpool and Wolverine. My favorite bad guy has always been Bullseye from Daredevil. My favorite alcoholic drinks are Jameson and Guinness. A handful of reasons of those, but one of my favorite things about Jameson was we had a bartender at the Foundry. For a long time we were taking Jaeger shots, and she was like, you know what? Cool guys don't do that. Cool guys drink Jameson. So I've always, since then, I've been a big fan of Jameson. My favorite holiday is usually New Year's Eve because it's also my birthday, and usually there's always a party. Most people don't have to work on January 1st, so it's always a good time. The best concert I've ever seen was probably the Bloodhound Gang. They were just really fun, really funny, and it was just a great vibe all around. My favorite type of music is usually just punk rock and anything. Usually I like somebody that's really funny. I really love stand-up comedy. I think my three favorites are probably Bill Hicks, David Cross, and Jim Gaffigan. Richard Pryor, too. Some of my favorite books, I love Altered Carbon by Richard K. Morgan, Candide by Voltaire, and the First Law trilogy by, I can't remember his name right now, Joe Abercrombie. Candide was probably the first book I really enjoyed reading. Besides, I used to be a huge Stephen King fan too. For a long time, I thought only attractive people had sex. So I was like, well, there's one thing I want, but I'm never going to have that. I've always been self-conscious about my looks and weight and everything. So I just figured I was never going to have that. That's all I'm really going to talk about today. I'll make another video another day. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something.